All right, guys. So the question is, can you enter a property with a tax certificate? And the answer is kind of a yes and no. So when you have when you're in possession of this tax certificate or tax deed, you're entitled to immediate possession. So if the house is abandoned and nobody's living there, then taking it over and starting the preservation improvement process is there. Now, if we're talking about beforehand, we don't recommend going on the property, before you have the proper documentation in place. However, if it's abandoned and nobody's there, and you can obviously see that it's empty, and the doors are open, curtains are blowing out the window, it's still technically considered trespassing. I've not seen anybody that's gotten in trouble over from walking around inside, but just it's one of those things that you need to be smart about it. That in the wintertime, especially, that somewhere warm that they can lay their head. Not uncommon. I've gone in several properties and been walked up on by somebody that's like, "Hey, what are you doing in my house?" I'm like, "I am so sorry. I will be heading out." You could tell that they just had a pile of stuff in the corner. So dealing with squatters is not an uncommon thing with a property that's in decent shape but has been abandoned. Now, a property that has somebody obviously living in, there's cars parked in there, the lights are on. We recommend just driving by. Obviously, you can do what you want. You're an adult, but um, with these kind of things, you kind of show in your hand a little bit. If you go and knock on the door, tell the tenant like, "Hey, this thing's for sale. You need to get the heck out here. I just bought it." Is just not the way to do it. So, um, driving by, kind of doing if you can drive around the block and kind of look at it and kind of get an idea from there, seeing what kind of work it may need. And again, as we've talked about before in other videos, the costs or where you're going to be, there's going to be some repairs that are needed. There's going to be some things that you need to do to fix the property up in an effort to make it, livable, rentable, whatever. There's going to be things in it, so you can't expect to buy a property for two, three, five, even $10,000 that's worth 100, and that's be all. So it's good to take, kind of get an eye for it and see what's maybe needing to be done to the property. But overall, it's going to be just a drive by and say, okay, it's standing. It doesn't look like it's been burned down. The roof is still there. Those are the kind of things that I look for, kind of the deferred maintenance and what around about what I'm going to spend, just by looking on the outside. And then again, if it's vacant, for sure, walking in there and being like, okay, this is really what I'm dealing with. So hopefully that's helped with you guys. Some of the questions we get, this question a lot, is if we can go inside, and we're finding that the answer of saying, well, no, is not enough. So hopefully knowing that you can do a drive-by if it's vacant, be smart about it, bring a buddy. If you got something that shoots, put it on you. Because like I said, I've been walked on, and I was very fortunate not to have dealt with something that could have been quite a bit worse. So hopefully that helps. We'll see you guys in the next one.